Thank you very much, Minister, for visiting us at SiGMA Europe this year.
It's a pleasure as always to be here with you.
I'd like to speak about SiGMA's significant growth over the years, now welcoming 30,000 delegates from around the world. With the company celebrating 10 years, what are your thoughts about its expansion?
Well, first of all, I still remember the very first days of SiGMA. So from its inception, I remember in 2013, Eman approaching the new government at that time, telling us that he had this dream. He's been working on this dream for the past years, but unfortunately at that time, he didn't receive any support. So it was in 2013 where the government committed to this idea, this project. And from a very nimble start, I remember at the time being held in a small convention center in a hotel, if I'm not mistaken, for 3 or 4 consecutive years and going from strength to strength. And today we can see that the biggest space, I would say, on the island is literally packed, as you can see, and we are always looking forward, even maybe for new venues, to be able to accommodate better conference here in Malta. So yes, I look forward to the continued growth of SiGMA now that there's not only being held in Malta, obviously, but it has got also an international sphere to this conference. And I feel a sense of pride in seeing a Maltese guy starting from a startup and growing this venture into a huge company and huge operation like SiGMA. As you rightly said, the iGaming sector is one of the pillars of the Maltese economy. But its contribution to the country is not only in terms of the direct contribution of taxes or employment that this industry brings to the island. Yes, those are very important, of course, even as a government. But in my opinion, the most important thing of the iGaming industry is that it brought more talent to the island. That talent was induced into other sectors, especially from technology front, to be able to modernize the country and look ahead into other sectors. So even if you look at SiGMA, nowadays SiGMA is not only concentrated on the iGaming industry. Obviously, the major part is still iGaming, but now it's delving into other sectors such as blockchain, such as crypto, such as video game development, esports, etc. So here we see the fusion of different industries into one, operating in Malta. And what SiGMA brought to the island is to enrich the ecosystem. So SiGMA is a place where a lot of CEOs around the globe meet here in Malta during this week. A lot of events will happening on the island. And as we know, in this industry, events and networking is very key. And even for us as a government, we try to contribute in the sense that we come here not only as our presence, but also discuss with new opportunities for operators to operate from the island. Myself, I've attended now for every conference that SiGMA has organized. Emma was joking just a few hours ago that apart from himself and maybe 10 other people, I am one of the very few that attended all the SiGMA events. And I mean, you feel proud that year on year you see this event growing from strength to strength.
Thank you. SiGMA has brought together the innovative sectors that you've spoken about: blockchain, payment gateways, crypto. How do you view SiGMA's influence on the growth of these emerging industries?
As I mentioned previously, SiGMA is an important part for the ecosystem to thrive. And obviously bringing all these technologies together or these operations together in one location whereby you can speak with different operators in different industries. But many of the times there are a lot of skills or operations which are intertwined with each other that adds value to the industry. And this is where negotiations happen, where discussions happen, and that is why it's a very important part of the ecosystem here in Malta.
SiGMA is very diversified today. What are your views about it being so unique?
Well, I always say that first of all, you cannot forget from where you have started. So Malta is the place where SiGMA started. And even with the ethos of SiGMA, that is why Malta is here to stay. Obviously, it doesn't mean that this operation will not grow internationally. In fact, it has already grown internationally. Japan, Canada, and any other countries, and if I'm not mistaken, now we're present in all continents around the globe. So it's a good thing that we're seeing a startup in Malta growing internationally. Obviously, for us, it's important that SiGMA keeps on having a very strong presence in Malta. Now we've heard that they're moving the dates to the beginning of September. So that will help SiGMA into being able to use more the outdoor space because of better weather conditions, more stable weather conditions. And therefore, I look forward to see how this will unfold.
Recently, Amman Police launched Ikigai Ventures, signaling its commitment to supporting startups. What plans does Malta have to support and grow the startup ecosystem, particularly in the tech and innovation areas?
Well, this is a subject which is very close to my heart. First of all, I strongly believe in the digital economy in Malta. We have made huge strides there, but we can do much better. Malta is a small country, and that gives us the flexibility and the agility that we require and the digital industry requires. Whether it is in terms of regulation, whether it is in terms of schemes, of support, and the change in mindset and adaptability, not only of the government, but the industry in general. So what we've done there is, first of all, we have invested into new economic niches. Whether it is crypto, we've been the first country in the world to um, operate a regulatory regime, Malta. Now, what we've done 6 years ago is being compulsory as from early next year across all European countries, European Union countries, across all 27 with MiCA regulation. So that has given us a first mover's advantage in that particular industry. We also launched in 2019 a video game and esports strategy for Malta, and there again the ecosystem is proving to be very nice, developing in a manner, and I'm looking very much forward to it to continue to develop. Last year we launched also the first venture capital fund. In Malta and country, we've been speaking about the venture capital fund, I think, for the past 30 years. So it was high time that we actually deliver on that as a country. And last year we launched an Nimble fund of venture capital. There's huge interest, even internationally. And we already, in fact, 2 weeks ago approved the first equity fund on the first company. And the first company is, in fact, a video game development company. And the focus here is more on fintech, video game development, digital, life sciences, and these innovative areas which, as a country, we want to continue push forward in terms of growth. So yes, having Amman launching his own venture capital fund and showing that a startup like SiGMA started here in Malta can develop into something huge, something big, something important. It's important for the country to give courage also to these youths, especially. And that is why even next year we'll launch a new startup framework through Malta Enterprise. And we're going to have as well a one-stop shop for our startups in Malta to be serviced from one shop, whether it is schemes, mentoring, accelerators, all the services under one roof.
In many ways, you're giving a chance for creativity.
Yes, of course, definitely. I mean, that's the only way forward. Malta, we don't have any natural resources. The only thing that we have is human capital, which we need to invest more there, and the agility that we can adapt to new technology. And technology is transforming at a rapid pace than before. So we have to keep on being agile and adapt to new realities.
Thank you. My final question for today. SiGMA has become a global ambassador to Malta, as you mentioned, flying the Maltese flag in all the corners of the world. What are your reflections on this?
Well, as I already mentioned before, for me it's obviously important that Malta is a key location for SiGMA. It's an important location, and it's already been proven that SiGMA is here to stay. But also it's important for this company to continue to grow internationally. This is one of our flagship companies in Malta, in this case from the gaming industry and the tech industry. So I'm very happy to see that a Maltese person among colleagues has grown a startup into this huge economic activity.
Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.